was new. Park City was new. El Salvador is new. It's always tough bringing the whole operation to places you've never been before. It's because you just got to learn how things work in each place. So big up to everybody that has put this series on. A lot of people don't see the hard work, but I know just how much is going into putting this series on, and what a product that we have. So, boss man, I know you're listening. You're doing great. Keep it up. So just waiting for the things to get underway. Those inliners, they're eager, they're keen. This could be quite a lot of fun, couldn't it, on this course?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a strong contingent from Colombia here. It's great to see all the South American riders getting out. The inline crew, big scene in Colombia, and they're showing out well here. Some riders from Mexico as well, Venezuela, Italy. So we got a good showing, but definitely an impressive group from Colombia.
Well, Carlos Quiroga is in the red. You can see him on the far right-hand side. He was our winner from the first ever inline category of the WDSC. That was in Erzincan back in June. Roquina was second on that day, followed by a man from Greece, Pirovolu, who's not made the trip here. Also in this heat alongside Quiroga is Armando Hernandez from Mexico. Agueldo Sanchez in blue, Anderson Zuluaga, apologies if I'm getting that wrong, in yellow. And with so many Colombians here, they all know each other, don't they? They all know the racing, so this is going to be hot. This is going to be very, very tasty. Getting some shots there. Sinan, our man, working on he'll be editing together the highlights. And don't forget, it won't be too long until the highlights are out and available for you, being distributed to TV networks around the world. And you can see things from a different angle. But I know if you're tuning in now, it's because you want to see it live as it happens. So we're lined up for the first of the quarterfinals. 4 quarterfinals for the open inline category. Just getting the beeps sorted. They've been waiting patiently. And we will hopefully be racing again in a matter of seconds. Well, Quiroga looking to go 2 from 2 on WDSC. I think the Italian, maybe Tiziano Ferrari. Watch out for him today. Camilo Barrera will go in the third. He qualified in second place. There's a lot of talent out there just waiting on the command to go. It looks like GoPros are on, and we're going to get lined up for the first of the inline quarterfinals. Quiroga in red, the top qualifier on rider's right of the road. You see the different start technique, and then it's a real sprint, and Quiroga getting away okay, but it looks like Agueldo Sanchez is going to slot into second place behind Quiroga. And now you see them get into there's a real mixture of styles, isn't there, on the inline? Some of it coming from a little bit from alpine skiing. I used to do a lot of training on the skates in the off-season when I was an alpine ski racer, so some of it's quite familiar to me. And the lines are different as well, Adam, aren't they? Totally different racing line.
Yeah, it really is and we looks like a little pass up the inside there. Yeah. Nice work making the pass up the inside, getting it done early. But yeah, like you were saying, the lines are very different, and they can skate out of turns. They can accelerate in areas where a skateboarder or luge simply can't accelerate. So always impressive to see these guys ripping out. One down in the bales.
Zulaga is down, and Agueldo Sanchez leaping over him. At the front of the race, we've got Quiroga, Nino, and Armando Hernandez. But that's the other advantage as well on inlines. You can just leap over somebody.
Apparently, if you're of that caliber, you can just hop right over and then skate back up to speed.
I've never seen anyone on a skateboard there ollie over somebody else. No. I've not seen that yet. Nope. You never know. There's still time.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, but not yet. Yeah, nice move from Agueldo Sanchez there. And it looks like Quiroga and Hernandez going to cruise away with that one.
So Quiroga, we believe, still at the front of the race right now, and working their way down through the course. The sun is out again, drying up any remaining damp patches on this tight but long race course, over 2 kilometers in length. It is tough, it is brutal, the conditions here. It's hot, it's quite humid. Puts a real strain on all of the riders. Well, there is the man in red, Quiroga. He is in the lead, and Agudelo Sanchez is down. There's a bit of hay on the course as well. We'll get that swept up. And looks like a bit of a battle maybe for second place. We'll just, nope, not anymore. Just keep an eye on things and see who's going to cross the line in second. It is the man from Mexico, Armando Hernandez. Yeah, there's Chris just hiding under the banner. I hope he's got sun cream on. Or a hat. Coming through in third, Zuluaga and Agudelo Sanchez in fourth. Let's look back at the replay.
Can just see that slide. Nice control of the crash there, though. Excellent body awareness. You know, I mean, those crashes can be just catastrophic. So nice work to just get low, stay tight, and avoid any, seemingly avoid any major injuries.
Well, looking back at another replay, this was the interesting one, wasn't it? Agudelo Sanchez here, leaping over, hopping over the man that went down, Zulaga from Colombia. It's all action, isn't it? But we're ready to go with quarterfinal number 2. Gomez Barajas in yellow, Restrepo Munoz in green, Alejandro Torres in blue, Gomez Agudelo in yellow. All 4 of these athletes coming from Colombia. Restrepo Munoz getting a good start, as has Gomez Barajas. Has he got the line, the man in red? Oh, just squeezing right and having to sprint out the turn.
Letting him know there, hey, I'm here, I'm on your inside, I'm about to come through. Gives him a couple claps and then takes away the position. It's a nice pass there. Looks like these two are going to be going side by side for a while here. I don't think we've seen the last of the battle up in the front of this pack here.
Oh, the lead changing hands at the moment. It's Restrepo Munoz, but Gomez Barajas getting past, and now the man in red, apologies, other way around, Gomez Barajas in the lead, Restrepo Munoz in second, second at the moment. I'll get it right. It is green followed by red. Over to you, Adam.
Yeah, and you can see him just powering out of those turns. I mean, the cardio on these guys is phenomenal. And Gomez Agudelo looking to make some kind of move up here in the third, see if he can slot up in a second and find his way into an advancing position into the semifinals. But he's got work to do if he wants to make it into that second spot.
Well, this one's all coming back together a little bit, isn't it? It's not over yet. This is going to be a really tasty final big commitment there coming into this left-hand turn. Beautiful pass, but he's got to see it out. He's hanging on for dear life through one of the slower speed turns on the bottom section of this course. There's still a lot to play for. You can see how quickly things can go wrong in this sport. We've seen all sorts of carnage already. All 4 riders, though, still on their feet here. It is Restrepo Munoz, I believe, in first place.
Yeah, I believe so. And you can see these riders just braking by sliding. Of course, in the WDSC, there's no mechanical brakes allowed, so any braking they are going to do has to be from sliding sideways. And you can see Restrepo Munoz and Gomez Barajas in first and second there. Looking like they're probably going to take it away to the end there. Nice work from the 2 of them. It was a battle to get there, but they ended up being able to pull it out.
Yeah, some great racing in that second quarterfinal. The man who qualified in 8th place, Restrepo Munoz, taking it and goes into the semi-final along with Nicolas Gomez Barajas, who finished in second place. Moving on to quarterfinal number 3, and they're lined up just about ready to go. Camilo Barrera will wear the red leg sleeves. He's chosen far left lane there. Qualified in 3rd place, Johan Alzate in green, Santiago Mea Ochoa in blue, and Tiziano Ferrari in yellow, representing Italy, the lone European in the inline category. So here we go, and a great start for Barrera in red, and Alzate in green. Looks like he's joining us. There's somebody maybe not happy with something out of the start there, but perhaps just playing it easy. Brakes are on already, so that's not a great sign.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he had a technical problem or if he was trying to call for a false start there. But certainly something happening in the backfield there. But for now, Barrera leading the charge. He's not backing down. Looking powerful through the double righty there. And a battle for second. We've got Ochoa trying to chase down Alzate, see if he can make something happen. He's got some work to do, though.
Well, going to seat so far, but Barrera knows things. This is not over until it is over. The man who qualified in third place being put under a little bit of pressure here. It'd be interesting just to see the start again.
Oh, rider down.
No. Yeah, that's Alzate that is down. He's brought Ochoa down with him as well. So now these two have got to get back on their feet and sprint.
And it looks like Alzate getting away from that a little bit quicker, just got up and got a few extra kicks in there. Able to maintain that second place spot. Good to see them both getting up so quickly. And now Barrera with a strong lead, unlikely to feel much pressure for the rest of this heat. He should be cruising on into the semifinals. But the battle for second still very much real. Ochoa still in touch with this race. See if he can get around Alzate somewhere in the back half of this course.
Well, more chaos, more carnage. But Camilo Barrera back into that aerodynamic tuck position. Get those elbows in, drop those hips. That's how we do it in ski racing. And he takes, for him, what was a relatively comfortable quarterfinal and goes into the second of the semifinals. Alzate is going to come through in second place. I've had a message in. This one is just for Will Stevenson's kids. I can confirm that Will is at home watching because they were worried because I made a mistake earlier. So sorry about that. Your dad is at home with you in Pembrokeshire. He's there. It's okay. Okay, so Barrera and Alzate into the second of the semi-finals. We've got. Let's just take a look back here. Nope. Is this the replay?
See if we get another cut of this crash here.
Oh yeah, just right around. It looked like he was setting up to brake, wasn't he? And then maybe just hooked the wheel a little.
Yeah, it looked like maybe he just high-sided a little bit there, and then Ochoa right on into the back of him catches a piece of that crash, and then they stay true to seed for the rest of the run.
So one more quarterfinal to go. Delgado Restrepo qualified in second place. He wears the red leg sleeves, choosing that middle right lane. And the man that qualified in sixth, Danny Barrera, to his left in green. Barrera in blue, and Hernandez is not at the start, so just the three riders in this one. Getting ready, getting lined up under the command of Ty with the beeps. Delgado Restrepo. The other half of the draw, rerun the fun, re-rack 'em.
False start there from Danny Barrera.
He knew it. Okay, we've had one. Line them up again.
And usually, once you see one false start, they tend to it gets your nerves. It's difficult to get a clean start after that to get a nice, powerful start. So we'll see how he does here if it affects his nerves on this start.
Well, it doesn't look like it has done too
No
much. She's
problems
got away
with that
very,
one.
very quickly. Yeah, no issues whatsoever. That was a powerful start. You can see why he qualified in 6th place in such a stacked inline field. But all going to plan so far here. Just the 3 men in this heat. And I love seeing that sprint out of the turn. Adds a totally different dynamic to the racing in the
Barrera
inline.
now feeling the pressure. Had a strong kick out, but you can tell one down in the bales. Barrera now getting away clean, running away. Says, thank goodness I wasn't a part of that. Let me see if I can just get away from all the action here.
Yes, one of these disciplines, isn't it, where you just never know where things are going to happen. And there's a real battle here. This is the battle we want to focus on for a place in the semi-finals. Just the 3 men, but 2 of them, one's away down the road and 2 of them are still fighting for that 2nd spot. And they're side by side, aren't they? Just having to cut to the high road through this section, folks. It is so tough to bring any sort of pictures when the landscape, when the geography is what it is. And the crew have done an amazing job just to bring anything, to get us anything from this race. Because that drone signal in the trees is not an easy thing to get. So Delgado, we've seen Delgado. There's Ojeda in blue.
So Ojeda must have found a way to build himself a lead on Barrera. Still no Barrera in sight.
So back to the high drone. We've had one minor issue with the drone. We're just fixing that at the moment. It is tricky out there. Our drone pilots do an unreal job as well. They've got the goggles on like all day. It's tough. You should speak to them afterwards. Disappointed that I can't, although maybe I'll send them a message because they're working hard out there. So just looking for, there is Danny Barrera. And he is looking very, very comfortable. After the false start, got away very well. And comes through. He takes it into the big final. Chris just popping his head up. And Delgado's going to come through now in 2nd place. So we've got our lineup for the semi-finals for the open inline. Little gesture there from Ojeda. Disappointed. Let's look back.
And just
Barrera
can't
was
quite
lucky,
make
wasn't
it
he?
around there, yeah.
Nearly got taken out, so. But in the end, goes through along with Delgado Restrepo in 2nd place. More of the beautiful landscape. There's a few grey clouds lurking around. Rain, we do not need you. So with that section underway, we're going to take a little break. Let's go and take a look now at a thrilling Erzincan skate race from back in June. And then we will be back with semi-finals in probably around about 30 minutes time or just under. Thanks for your company, folks. We'll see you again in 30 minutes. Those crowds that we had there, unbelievable. Well,
Yeah, that was a really fun experience having that many spectators on site. Not something that we've always gotten with this, but it's something that we're seeing more and more as the sport's been growing. It's a really fun development for the sport.
All right, lined up for the first of the open inline semi-finals.
I believe this is actually the 2nd women's
Second
semifinals.
women. Sorry, I've jumped ahead of myself. Thank you, Adam. I'm glad you're here. Moving on. So, Arbelo Carrera in red, Ana Isabel Estrada Lopera in green, Sanchez Garcia in blue, Lina Yara in yellow. It's a strong start from Arbeloda Carrera in the red. She has built an advantage early on this racetrack.
Yeah, huge start from her. That's you love building yourself that kind of buffer if you've got the legs for it to kick out that hard and build a little buffer. Although, just as I say that, up the inside, I believe is Estrada making her way around, and she gets past twice. 2 are down in the first half of the double righty, and I believe it's going to be Lina Yara. And let's see if we can get
Estrada
a shot
Lopera,
of the
I
legs.
think in green. Yeah,
yes,
it's green.
I believe
Estrada
so.
Lopera that has this. So they're going, okay, all right, maybe not expecting this, but this is racing. On we go, charge to the line.
Wow, and Lena Yara just giving a little tap there to let her know she's right in her zone. Lena Yara checking back to see what's going on. You don't always know the crashes around you.
Okay, well, we've lost Arboleda Correa, Sanchez Garcia from this one, although hopefully they are back on their feet and able to complete the race. Estrada Lopera and Lena Yara still upright on this narrow, twisting racetrack. It just is relentless, and Lena Yara is really keeping an eye on what's happening behind her, isn't she?
Yeah, just watching out for any kind of pressure from the backfield there, and especially inliners without having to get up and pick up a board like they do in skateboarding, they can get up and accelerate so fast that that they're still in touch with the race even after a crash sometimes. So I think it makes sense to be looking back like that and checking for any pressure, seeing how hard you have to push it down the back half of the track.
So coming through this section where that chap is with his child, enjoying all the action, and not too far to go now to complete the women's inline finals. I think they know they've got this one now. There's not too much of the racetrack left. Lena Yara still looking over her shoulder. I don't think she can quite believe she's in the final. Well, it's not quite done yet, but nearly. Visors are up. So and through the final turn comes Estrada Lopez to go into the big final. And there, the two riders that went down in that crash early on in the race.
Good to see everybody on their feet, as always. And nice work from Lena Yara to find her way through that crash. It's never easy to pick your way through. There's so much chaos. There's so much going on. And to stay focused and to stay composed and make sure that you can get through cleanly and actually capitalize on the situation is not always as easy as it seems. So nice work from her getting through to that finals. And it'll be an interesting one to watch.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Now it is the time for the Open inline semi-finals. I do apologize, folks, getting ahead of myself there. So, Carlos Quiroga will be lined up in red. Restrepo Munoz in green. Gomez Barajas in blue. And Armando Hernandez from Mexico in the yellow. Inliners are a bit like losers in that they're always ready. I like that. Always ready to go. Ty just explaining how to play the flute, I think.
He's a well-known flautist.
He's a very talented man, though. Okay, we're lined up. Quiroga in red. Oh, yeah, that was kind of an obvious one there from Restrepo Munoz. But we'll see it again anyway. Go. Okay, not yet. Quiroga in red took the win in Erzincan. This is a very, very different race course, though. It's still long. It's still brutal. But it tests the skills in a different way.
Yeah, it is absolutely. It's technical. It doesn't quite have the blasty straightaway speed. I mean, of course, it's still ripping fast, but definitely a different kind of track than Erzincan. Solid start from Restrepo. After the false start, didn't seem to shake his nerves at all. He kicked off into a strong first place. Nice work from him there.
We're seeing Quiroga at the back of the pack, I believe, at the moment. Now just starting to make his way through the field, gets up into third. Just watching this race play out in front of him. This corner has caused a few problems in the race, but these inliners, this long double apex right-hander. So Restrepo Munoz leads Gomez Agudelo, but Quiroga is lurking in third. He is not far behind.
the comfortability with which he made that first pass makes me think, he's just biding his time. And look, here he is, just powering through.
Power.
Right around, easily around the outside of Gomez Agudelo.
It's like he's just out for a skate along Venice Beach, just cruising along the boardwalk. No problem at all. He's up into a qualifying position, but still in second. And Gomez Agudelo is not going anywhere. Still very much in the fight here.
Yeah, now Gomez got a little bit of work to do. He's going to have to pick something up. He's still in touch, like you said, but he's definitely going to have to find some pace on. I couldn't believe the power with which Quiroga came around.
In the bales. It might be Quiroga there. Would have to just get a close-up. I think that could be Quiroga in the bales, though. And
I think he might be
shake
right.
things up. He was really fighting for second place. We'll see now. Nope, there is that is Quiroga there, isn't it?
Must have been Restrepo in the bales,
so,
and now
yeah,
Gomez Agudelo suddenly in an advancing position.
Quite hard to tell from the high drone shot there, folks. Do apologize. Oh, well, there is
Restrepo down
Restrepo
again.
There. So Quiroga followed by Gomez Agudelo, and he's celebrating already. He's going to hit the final, and our winner from Erzincan is in the final again. Carlos Quiroga. He worked for it, but he's got it. And Gomez Barajas coming through in second place in those blue leg sleeves. Third going to Armando Hernandez. And Restrepo Munoz missing out. He goes into the Consi final. More drama, Adam, in the inline.
Intense racing. I tell you, we've seen quite a few crashes today. It seems like a crash in almost every other heat, it feels like. So definitely you can tell these riders are being pushed to the limit on a technical track like this. These turns are tight. They're unpredictable too. They're not each one exactly mimics the one before it. So I think that's putting a lot of these riders to the test, and they're having to play it to the absolute max. Let's see if we can catch a replay here.
Well, he did spend a little bit of time on the ground, but here he is back up. You can see him now. Doesn't look 100%, but most importantly, on his feet. Was worried for a second that we were going to need another ambulance, but thankfully, at the moment, that doesn't look like it's the case, although if he's got any concerns, I'm sure the team will help him get checked out. But importantly, crossing the line, I think we're going to see it again.
And you can see just low sides a little bit there, keeps it in control, but he's going to take it into the bales. And you can see he's on his feet, but he doesn't look happy about it as he gets towards the finish line there.
And someone's got a good photo of that as well. Right by a camera. Camilo Barrera in red, Danny Barrera in green, Daniel Delgado Restrepo in blue, Johan Alzate in yellow. Second of the Open Inline semi-finals lined up. Seen a few false starts today, and there is another one.
There.
I couldn't call that one. Let's get a look on the replay, and we'll see. Take your pick, folks.
I'm not sure what's causing all the false starts today. It does seem to be coming in waves. We've seen quite a few today.
Everyone wants any advantage. They want the win. So we'll re-rack them. See if we get away the second time of asking. Camilo Barrera in red, Danny Barrera in green, Delgado Restrepo in blue, Alzate in yellow. Beautiful looking start. A lot of power on display there from Danny Barrera, and he storms into top spot with Delgado Restrepo in second. Camilo Barrera, who qualified in third place, sitting in third, just already looking over his shoulder to see where Alzate was.
Yeah, it was an excellent start from Danny Barrera, and it looks like he's already feeling the pressure, though. These top three are all really, really tight. And a move up the inside, and they're going to trade it just back. Danny Barrera will take the position right back. That was a nice move from him to let it slip through and then just pick it right back up. But Delgado Restrepo tracking, tucking right behind him, seeing if he can make any kind of move here, make another move around. And one down.
No.
Danny Barrera's down and in the bales.
Well, Camilo Barrera was lurking in third place and now senses the opportunity to storm ahead. Delgado Restrepo in second place. Huge disappointment for Danny Barrera. He was in a qualifying position, although there was still a lot of racing to go.
After such a strong start, you hate to see it, but that is racing. Sometimes you just push it a little too hard and you end up in the bales.
Well, let's have a look back.
Quick replay of that, and you see him dive in and just gets a little too far over on it. Just low size, can't quite hang on, and you can see the other Barrera immediately pick up, try to take advantage of the opportunity.
All right, so about 2/3 of the way down this race course now in El Salvador, the second semi-final of the Open Inline. Camilo Barrera in a qualifying position at the moment. Two are already waiting. Understand it might actually be raining a little bit again, but this is the last race before we're going to have another little break.
Yeah, just a couple raindrops coming down here at the finish line. I don't know what it looks like further on the hill, but if it's drizzling a little more, that could be what happened to Danny Barrera up there. Maybe lean a little over on it and ended up catching a little bit of a wet spot.
That is Alzate. He's had his problems in this race as well. Danny Barrera crossing the line in third place. So the lineup for the Open Inline final. Quiroga will wear red, Camilo Barrera green, Delgado Restrepo blue, Gomez Barajas will wear yellow. Well, the clouds are rolling in. We have got the finals, Consi finals and finals still to come. We're going to take a look back at, I believe, Isle of Man. Who knows? I think it will be, though. And we'll be back in about 30 minutes' time, hopefully with no rain. Stay with us, folks. We're getting there, and we're nearly ready for the finals.
And we're back on the line with inline consolation race coming up here. Looking forward to this one. We've only got 2 riders on the line. But at least we're ready to go. I'm not sure if the conditions are fully dry yet or not. It's to be determined. I think it's at least dry enough to drop. The inliners have decided, but we haven't gotten firm confirmation on full dryness. But they went down and checked out the track. They said, you know what, we're comfortable with this, so we leave it up to them, and they'll be dropping shortly here. Danny Barrera, Armando Hernandez, the only 2 on the line here, racing each other for 5th and 6th place in the inline. And they're off. Fiery start from Danny Barrera. Excellent kick. He's looking like he's not concerned about the rain on the road at all, kicking all the way into the turn there. So Danny Barrera feeling confident. Clearly Armando Hernandez maybe not as much. Gonna just check it out and see how it's feeling.
Yeah, they're a little bit concerned, aren't they? A little bit worried about the road conditions here, but we got a race. And that is what they are doing. Yeah.
Danny Barrera seems like it seems pretty confident feeling. I mean, he's definitely tucking and kicking, and it seems like he's feeling full force right now. Not sure if I could say the same for Armando Hernandez. I don't know if he's feeling it out, but.
Yeah, Danny Barrera was unlucky, wasn't he, in the semi-final? I mean, he was in all sorts of bother, but this is not a man that is holding back, is it? And skating all the way down this straightaway. And little wobble there. That's not going to give the guys that are watching in the start much confidence, is it?
Yeah, I think you're seeing some of those pavement changes there. Definitely a little bobble, but he's got it back under control now. Still diving in at pretty high speeds. He's not backing off much. He's still going in pretty hard here.
Yeah, maximum commitment, but there are still a few spots on the road that are potentially causing some problems. It looked like something on the road there at that point. Not quite sure what it was. Might have just been my eyes, but hopefully no problems. And Danny Barrera is having a blast down here in this Open Inline Consi final.
Yeah, he's got a huge lead from Armando Hernandez right now. At this point, it seems like he's really just doing it to prove a point almost. But he's still full blast, full tilt, leaning into these turns and giving it all the beans.
Yeah, he is going to take 5th place in this one. No doubt about that. Well, as long as he stays upright, of course. Just this final section of the course through these beautiful trees, the jungle here in El Salvador. That's what it feels like. And yeah, we're getting rather tropical weather as well. A little bit of rain coming in, causing some problems. But Danny Barrera, I should say, has put on a show in this Consi final. A solo run, a big wobble in the middle. And he's going to take 5th place in the Consi final. So that's another one ticked off. But those in the start still waiting to see, get a sense of how, is it right to race, particularly the stand-up final. And we've got the women's final to come as well. Hernandez will cross the line in 2nd place and take 6th place today in the Open Inline contest.
And we're still waiting to hear on how the stand-up skateboard riders are feeling right now. Not sure what's to come for them, if we're going to get something underway shortly or not.
Well, we're still just waiting on any official news yet on what the skaters are going to do. We'd love to see them race, but ultimately, last race of the season, they will make the call. We've got some serious lineups for the final, and unfortunately, the conditions just not quite to their liking, which you can understand. On this type of race course, Adam, they don't want to take any unnecessary risk because they take enough just by getting on the start line.
Yeah. I mean, it's a dangerous sport, and you want to make sure that if you're doing it, you feel good about the track you're doing it on, and you feel good about the conditions, because there's potential for serious injuries here, or worse. So it's not a decision you can take lightly as a rider, as an organizer. All of this stuff is, they're working with a lot of factors here and making sure that the right decisions get made.
Well, I think we are going to have the Open Inline final next. That is what we're hearing. Bear with us, folks. Appreciate your patience. Thank you for staying with us all morning. Carlos Quiroga, the fastest man in qualifying yesterday. He has the red leg sleeves and that red suit, the winner from Erzincan back in June. In green, Camilo Barrera. He looks like he's going to be over on the right-hand side of the road wearing blue. Daniel Delgado Restrepo, and in yellow will be Nicolas Gomez Barajas. All from Colombia, showing the strength, the depth, the quality that nation has in this discipline. And we are going to be treated to the final in just a few moments' time. All eyes on that left-hand side of the road as the riders look at it, riders left, because that is where Quiroga is choosing to start. They're under the command of Ty. Open Inline final gets underway, and powering away out of the gate is Carlos Quiroga. He is going to settle into top spot. It's a good start from Gomez Agudela as well, up into 2nd place, running in 3rd right now. Delgado Restrepo in 4th. At the back of the pack, Camilo Barrera. But Quiroga has the advantage early on. But we've got to watch out, Adam, haven't we, for little patches on this racetrack that could cause some problems.
Yeah, absolutely. And you saw Barrera there just letting Quiroga know, hey, I'm right here. Didn't quite want to make the pass yet, but we'll see if the amount of challenge. Shoot, Barrera in the bails. Huge crash.
Slam. So up into 2nd, Delgado Restrepo. Barrera at the back of the pack. Gomez Agudelo, the rider that goes down. He was in 2nd place. And that's not going to give anyone any confidence at the top of the hill. to get racing again. But these men skate out of these turns, blasting down this straightaway. This is a sport where you really need to put the effort in the gym, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And you can see now it looks like Delgado mounting a challenge on Quiroga.
Oh, Quiroga, is he down? No, he was just braking. I thought he was going to go down for a second. Yeah, just that leg out, just one of the braking techniques that these riders use. Well, we still got 3 men standing, and this one is not over yet. It's pretty treacherous out there, and these men break in hard into this next turn. Almost a hookup there from the man in blue, Delgado Restrepo.
Yeah, big moves there, trying to stay upright, feeling out the pavement. You can imagine that's a lot to manage. They're trying to manage the race and the pavement at the same time. And with a move around the outside, Quiroga now back in second place. Barrera takes the lead and pushes there right in front of Quiroga. Quiroga now having to struggle to stay in second, hoping that he can get back in touch and get around into first place.
Well, the action at the front of the race right now. Quiroga dropping down into second place. Barrera making the pass, but it's not done yet. This one's going right down to the line. What can Quiroga do? He's hooked it. He's hooked it up in the bales on the inside, tries to get back on his feet. The win is going to go to Daniel Delgado, Camilo Barrera. I get it right. Apologies, folks. He gets number 1 today. Well, drama right at the end of the race. Delgado Restrepo taking second place.
Gomez Agudelo coming in, switch into the finish line. What a race. Quiroga trying to mount that last pass and just can't quite, just gets a little too inside, clips the bail.
Wow. Drama. We knew it was coming, didn't we? What a moment there. We're going to move on to the women's inline. They are going to race here. So it should be the women's inline final coming up first. Aleph Torres in red. Estrada Lopera in green. Soriano Ortiz in blue and Lina Yara in yellow. That is your lineup for the women's inline final. Need to lie down after that open final. Wow.
Yeah, that was a spicy one. Strong push out from Torres there. Massive lead right off the line. Big play from Torres. If she can hold that lead, she'll be looking really good for the rest of this run. But as we know, it's no cakewalk to the bottom. There is a lot of pavement issues and still a lot of race to be had. So it's going to be no easy task to get to the bottom, but a solid start. And she seems to be only building on the lead. So nice work from her. Still feeling out the pavement. You can see she's not fully tucked in, just kind of taking it a little bit easy with just enough pace to stay out front there. Olive Torres still skating out of the double right. Getting tucked now, starting to feel a little more confident on the pavement, or at least sees that it's dry.
Yeah, she's got a big advantage now, and can maybe just take it a little bit easier than she might have expected in this final. But this is a section where we see the inliners really skating. It's one of the flatter sections of the course. But Olive Torres has this race in her command, in control. Soriano Ortiz, they are just coming through as well. So Torres with the race under control. Again, looking over her shoulder, Adam, just trying to take it a little bit easier, not taking too much risk.
Yeah, Leon Soto with a pretty comfortable second place there, it looks like. So it's going to be a battle for third to see who else can get on the podium between Soriano Ortiz and Ortiz Agudelo. Leon Soto feeling very comfortable through the bottom bit of this track so far.
Big braking zone for Torres through this section. Again, just managing the risk through there. There's definitely with some patchy sections that haven't quite dried out as much as we'd have liked.
Yeah, it definitely looks like there's still some moisture in there from the way these riders are riding in their braking zones. I think they're still managing the track, which is not an easy task to do. And this track it's really intense. You know, even in the full dry alone, it's no cakewalk to simply make it down. So with changing track conditions, it can be a massive challenge. But Alev Torres up to the challenge and cruising through in first place, looking super comfortable.
And she comes through, takes the win in the women's inline final here in El Salvador. Rider in blue is going to take second place. My list is different to the graphics, so just wanted to double check everything there. So I've got Soriano Ortiz. She's in blue on my list, so but green on that list. So Soriano Ortiz, according to your man in the finish, is in second, and Estrada Lopera third. Well, with that, we understand, unfortunately, that the stand-up finals and Consi finals, women's final, they are not going to race. And